We cannot afford at this precise, hostile, some say fascist type of climate to be sleepwalking. And this is why distractions are especially dangerous. Let's get into Mr. Umar Johnson and Charlie Kirk, what I'm classifying as celebrity distraction. Now, there's this ongoing debate over, should we praise and celebrate the fact that Charlie Kirk was killed? Should we condemn and show empathy because he's another human being and da-da-da-da? Guess what? Whatever side you take, I'm not even going to share my opinion because it doesn't matter. Whatever side you take, it's opinion. It's nothing but opinion. People going to feel how they feel, and no one's changing that. But I will say this. Spending days and hours and weeks and months arguing over this issue of how we should feel as black people doesn't put a dent in systemic or systematic racism. It doesn't address mass incarceration or medical apartheid in this country. It doesn't address the need to release our political prisoners, every single one of them. None of that important stuff. And there's a whole litany of other issues I could raise. To me, it's a waste of our time. Then we got Umar Johnson. I wrote a whole open letter to the man 15 years ago asking a number of core questions. As an educator and somebody who actually did help create a school, I have a little bit of insight on what that takes and what one needs to do. And mind you, that only came after I was praising him initially. Oh, this brother's going to start a school for black boys. That's hot. That's good. Let's support him. And then two brothers sent me so much information. They said, brother, I think you got the wrong take. They sent me video of him speaking and his interaction with some of the sisters and him not being a little defensive when people were raising questions of transparency of his, the finances. And then I wrote a whole nother article 15 years ago. Now, we have questions about, is this man honest? We got questions that are challenging his integrity and his honesty and his decency and his transparency. Do we have the right to be critical? Yes. When you set yourself up as you're a leader of the people or in any way, right, then yes, people have a right to be critical of your behavior, of your conduct. That's what happens when you put yourself in the limelight. I've been criticized like crazy, and I understand that comes with it when you're in the public eye, so to speak. But what I don't agree with is creating entire channels for 10 years, 5 years. Their whole content is digging up the dirt on Umar Johnson. Some people got whole channels. Their whole channel is not teaching political education, not telling people how to build any type of independent wealth, and not telling people how to create black institutions, not informing people on the already existing African-centered schools and how they can support them and get their kid enrolled. Whole channels beating up on Umar Johnson. Now, granted, he needs a critique, and granted, we as a community need to make a decision. Are we accepting him, embracing him, or are we saying no more money for you, bro? To me, that's overkill. That's why I wrote 2 articles 15 years ago about him and addressed him personally. Then I let that go. I did my job. My job was to let y'all know, beware. In these 15 years, I've done a whole lot of work that I could not have done if my whole sole focus was beating up on Umar Johnson. But then on the other hand, we got some of us that's spending hours arguing, debating, ready to fist fight people in Umar's defense. Almost like he pays you to be his PR expert, his spokesperson, his bodyguard. And to me, family, that's overkill in the opposite direction. Sadomasochism, I forget which one is which, but one refers to people who get excited and turned on from inflicting pain, and the other refers to people who get excited and turned on from getting beaten up, getting taken advantage of. We want to beat up on this guy forever. Forget everything else of much greater importance. He's not the only thing going on in this world. Both sides of our community, whether you like beating him up or you defended him even when you got all this overwhelming evidence, is something that says something about our community that I think we need to seriously address. In conclusion, family, the bottom line is this: we're living in dangerous times. Black people are under attack. You know this. Politically, economically, socially, spiritually even. There's spiritual warfare being waged. We are constantly through movies and songs, poems, tunes, and everything you could think of. There's a message. We are nothing. We have nothing. We can do nothing. So we are under attack. And this means that at this precise historical moment, it is very important that we develop a way to prioritize the topics, the activities, the ideas, and the people to whom we are most attentive, to whom we give our time and energy, and we discuss it. Because there's a spiritual law that says the things that you most read about, discuss, and energize are the things that will most have power in your life. So if you constantly drawn to who got murdered, who got raped, who got it, instead of focusing on, hey, did you hear that black kids are doing well in school and math and STEM and all that? Hey, did you hear that there's more Africans sent to school? Did you hear what Marcus Klein is doing in his school? Did you hear what the Barudis are doing in their school? Did you hear about Harlem Liberation School? Did you see the different people they had on their broadcast? If what you focus on, you magnetize. That's very important. So getting to a place where we are very intentional and careful about the things that people we're constantly talking about. I'd be interested to hear some of your comments on how you see it. I'm going to encourage us not to get too caught up in celebrity soap operas and celebrity distractions. Some of y'all get really angry. You get almost personally attached to these things. Charlie Kirk, whatever happened to him, whatever he said, did he deserve it or not? I'm not even going to comment on that. But certainly, black man and woman, you shouldn't be letting what happened to him so affect you, so dominate your mind that you're stressed out. Umar Johnson, I commented on that 15 years ago. Go look it up. But whatever he did or didn't do, dress it, support him or don't, speak your piece. But we black men and women cannot get so emotionally tied up in that, because that's going to take your mind and energy in a whole nother place. Like, really, defend our institutions that are under attack, our HBCUs, our museums. Family, if you felt this message, if it resonates with you, even if you disagree with it, but it got you to think of something differently, please, I'd like to see a comment. And I want to encourage you, go to Harlem Liberation School on YouTube, subscribe to our channel if you like unapologetic, relevant black political education. Until next time, family, remember, Wukusu, wake up, clean up, stand up, peace, and black power. Thank you for watching.